Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom, everybody.
Yeah. And so Bernie kept reading on in the Epistle of Barnabas, and incredible. Talks about the Shabbat day, and we're about to read it over here. Go for it, Bernie.
Moreover, it is written in the 10 words about the Sabbath that Yahuwah spoke to Moshe face to face on Mount Sinai. Set aside the Sabbath of Yahuwah with clean hands and heart. In another place he says, if my sons will keep Shabbatot, I will place my mercy on them. He also speaks of the Sabbath in the beginning of the creation. And Elohim made the works of his hands in 6 days, and finished them altogether by the 7th day, in which he paused, and he set it apart. Consider, children, what he says. He finished in 6 days. Yes, he tells us that in 6,000 years, Yahuwah will make an end of all together. For a day is as 1,000 years to him. He witnesses personally to me, saying, consider the day of Yahuwah, when a day will be as 1,000 years. So my children, in 6 days, that is in 6,000 years, will all be brought to an end. That's why it's important to remember the Sabbath day, because it's not only it has to do with the end of time. It's all prophecy, it's all cyclical. So if we are remembering the seventh day, remembering this millennial reign that is to come,
and we're being set apart as he called us to be set apart.
And then he goes on to say, this he said, and he rested on the 7th day, that is, after his son comes, the era of the lawless is to cease. And when he judges the unrighteous and changes the sun, moon, and stars, then he will rest well on the 7th day.
Hallelujah.
Further, he says, you will consecrate it with clean hands and heart. Who then can set apart the day that Yahuwah has devoted unless he is clean in his heart? In all such matters we have been deceived. Look, at such a time we will surely be able to consecrate it and rest well, especially since we ourselves have been justified and are receiving the promises.
Hallelujah.
So, we have been justified, we are receiving the promises, we will be following the Sabbath day.
That's right.
The 7th day. So when iniquity no longer exists and all that has been made anew by Yahuwah, we will certainly be able to set it all apart, as in all the days apart. We ourselves being set apart first. Further, Yahuwah says to them, your new moons, right, and your Sabbaths I cannot stand. Speaking to the people of the world.
Right.
See now what he means. The present Sabbatot observed are not acceptable to me. Christmas, Easter, Sunday, maybe.
Valentine's Day.
All that craziness.
Any feast of the world, they could paint it with like lights and everything, but it's still an abomination.
Only that which I have fashioned, he has fashioned, will be acceptable on my Sabbath, says Yahuwah. After setting all to rest, so after he sets all to rest, I will fashion the beginning of an 8th day, the beginning of another world.
That's right.
Even so, let us celebrate on the 8th day, in which Yahushua appeared publicly out of death and ascended into the skies.
Hallelujah.
Interesting.
That's very interesting, Bernie.
There's also I've heard about the apocalypse of Peter that's out there somewhere in the I forgot what language.
Aramaic.
Slavic language is still preserved. It's said to come from the Aramaic, and apparently he also says that to observe the 7th day and the 8th day.
All right. So as we're growing, we're finding out we get double portion blessings, So we're keeping the Shabbat on the 7th day, and now we're rejoicing on the 7th, And pretty soon we're rejoicing every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when all is completed.
When all is completed. For now, let us draw near to Him. As we draw into Him, He draws to us.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
Praise God.
Well, shalom, Shabbat shalom, brothers and sisters.
May the favor of Yahushua be increased to all of you in the knowledge of His mighty acts.
Who's calling us into righteousness.
Amen.
Yahushua HaMashiach. Amen.